Welcome to the Kpopcast. I'm DJ Peter Lowe, and I'm joined by main dancer, main visual, leader, rapper.
Thank you,
Stephanie.
Thank you very much. Kamsahamnida.
And welcoming back our PD Nim, it's Michaela.
Yes, hello everybody.
Whoa, we've missed that.
Hello.
I know, it's been a little while.
Hello, everybody.
It's been a minute, but I'm happy to be back.
And today, we'll be talking about Everglow's Done Done.
Letting you know if this song is Daebak or not.
But before we dive into that, first, our hit replays.
Hit replays are songs we recommend that y'all listen to on replay for the week. So Stephanie, tell me what is your hit replay?
Well, if you listen to our last episode where we talked about the greatest hits of 2009 that have a legacy that lasts on into K-pop eternity, you will know that I'm a fan of Super Junior. And they are still at it, y'all. Their latest hit, E-I-E-I-E-I-O. First of all, reminds me of Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Maybe they were going for that. And it slaps, honestly. Like, the super senior old dudes still got it. And this is really catchy. Check it out.
Hit me. 널 준비된 사람 손 집에 있을 때 나는 심한 게 차이 쇼미심 넘쳐 위야 두쪽 난 하늘 위로 계속 엎치락 뒤치락 ready to mix it up yeah no.
Yeah, this song, I found out it was actually produced by Zico.
Ooh.
And unfortunately, I started imagining what this would sound like if it was a Block B song.
Oh.
Yeah, but it still slaps.
That would be so fun. All right, Michaela, what about you?
Well, I don't know if you guys heard, but G-Soul released an English EP album back in December.
What?
And nobody told me about this, so
Where
I
was
had to. I know, I had to learn about this last week. But G-Soul, he actually goes by Golden now, his EP in December. And my hit replay from that EP is the song Broken Record. The EP is titled I Hate Everything, and that's because the main track of this is like a really sad ballad. But this is like the most upbeat song on the album, so that's why it's my hit replay. I think a lot of people who have followed G-Soul's career know that the fact that he's releasing an English EP is kind of him bringing his career full circle. Because we've known him as he was the guy, he's the dungeon master from JYP who was in there for 16 years, and then he got shipped off to the US for 9 years, and he was supposed to be that first crossover Asian R&B artist, but
that's right.
That was around back in 2009 where
so much potential
girls and JYP's artists were trying to make their way in the States, and that didn't work out. So he went back to Korea and again waited a few more years and finally debuted in 2015. So the fact that he has an English EP is something that's really special and really great to see that he's finally able to accomplish the thing that he's been working on for so long.
What's your hit replay?
It's Luna's So What.
Of course.
And in our 2019 Fireside Chat episode, we discussed how 2020 was going to be the era of girl crush banger clangers. And we got that from Luna at a time when other groups are saying soft and empowering messages like love yourself. Suddenly you have Luna roll up and say, yourself.
I think my windows just shook.
This song was like being reborn, like a phoenix on fire.
Oh wow.
And just like a phoenix, one member of Luna, often symbolically represented as a dove, and is currently out of the group right now on mental health leave.
Oh wow.
She's actually,
I didn't know you could do that.
Well, it's becoming a thing now, which is good, yeah. She's represented at the end of this music video. Dove feathers are shown regenerating on fire.
Whoa. Symbolism.
Moving on to our Daebak or not for Everglow's Done Done.
Don't drop that dun dun. Michaela, when I saw this music video, I thought, there's got to be some story here. But I am too lazy to figure it out. So, Michaela, you work your magic. Tell us what is this all about?
Well, guys, let me tell you. Basically, the general message of this song and this whole release from them is Everglow is girl crush. This is the song.
I didn't need symbolism
this is the song?
Or metaphors to tell me that. I could tell you that 2 songs ago. That
I could have told you that 5 albums ago.
Right.
Yeah, no, there's not. We're not doing BTS multi-level dimensional deeper meaning. It's pretty straightforward what we're working with here.
Multiverse.
Officially, the press release says that this is the song that represents the confident and independent people of this generation.
That's right. And that's you and you and you and you.
Mm-hmm.
And Mia.
And Mia. Ooh. Definitely being aware of, women in Korea really want to see these strong, powerful representations in media. And we're not really pushing the bubblegum egg yolk concepts, or at
Thank
least
God.
Yeah, because people there's this resurgence of women who want to be represented in a way where they can feel strong and powerful, and that's a big theme of this song. Is the whole thing of Youre Done is the fact that we are these goddesses that you will all worship because we are amazing and we have power over you.
Okay. And what are you seeing or hearing that supports that concept?
Well, specifically, especially in the bridge right before the pre-chorus, they literally have the lyrics, "Hail me, you'll stare. Shout my name, you'll call. That's right, you're mine. I've seen right through you. You're so done." So it's
Stick a fork
like I
in
said, them. It's pretty straightforward. The fact that they're really coming out of the gate like we are the rookie group and you all are gonna love us.
There's one line where they call the male target like a young lamb or something. You're a young lamb. I was like that. I'm sure that sounds better in Korean, but I get it. I get what they're trying to say. Makes me hungry. I hear there was some controversy, though, about who gets to sing all of these bombastic lines.
Yeah, so it's very apparent, if you look at the line distribution, a lot of the, major verses of the song have gone to Mia.
Yep.
And it's kind of, everybody else is getting, ad-libs and extra little things that aren't really verses, they're just kind of extra stuff.
Yeah. 35.7% of all the lyrics were Mia.
Whoa.
Wow.
How'd you figure that out?
I watched one of those YouTube line distribution videos.
Yeah.
Of course. Why would I think you calculated it on your own?
That's what YouTube is for.
Right, exactly. So, do y'all think that there's merit to the label choosing to put Mia in the spotlight? Does she deserve it?
Well, since you asked, Stephanie, I will give one of these show-canceling comments and say that, I was reading a lot of the other YouTube comments were like, oh, hey, label, you guys should make sure that you're distributing this across other people. Mia is even my bias, but you should still share the love. And I would like to challenge that point. Mia slays.
Hey.
I have accused 4 Minute of being Kiana and her backup dancers.
Indeed.
But I think
there's a certain other young starlet that you're a fan of.
Oh, so young.
Has
Soyeon as well. Yes,
Soyeon and Friends.
deserves every chance that she gets, every song that she produces. But in this case, I actually want to hear from the Everglow fans, because I'm wondering if we swapped Mia in for someone else, would it be a better song? I want to know, and that's a genuine question. Like, what specialties and superpowers are the other members bringing that Mia does not already bring at 110%? Because she delivers in the attitude, the persona that she carries in her voice, but also the stage presence, the image that she gives on screen. And not only did she consume more than 35% of the lyrics, she consumed more than 35% of the screen time as well. And we saw that actually in audios. And I kind of want to say that was rightfully deserved.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about this group is they were a very powerful rookie group in the beginning. And but we have to remember that they are a rookie group. So if you have that one member who stands above the rest, very obviously, you are going to want to push them forward, because that's going to be the person that's going to attract the most attention in the beginning.
Yeah, at the same time, that sets the tone for the rest of their career.
It does.
Yeah, but I would also argue, though, that there are other members in this group who could, if given the same opportunity to shine that Mia is, could follow through, because, again, they're a power rookie group for a reason. A lot of their pre-debut work, they were on the produced shows, they were on other various like pre-debut programs where they were able to really cultivate themselves as artists and performers. So if given the chance, I think they could all follow through.
Really? Better than Mia, though?
I mean, I'm kind of like looking at Aisha thinking that she's kind of the person who could do that, because Aisha, she's my tall
she's the
rapper queen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I actually, stand a tall rap queen.
I think Aisha was the one who came in second on line distribution.
Okay, so the label already knows.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll be out front next time.
She had the best scenes in the music video.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, but speaking of music video,
right?
you want to move on?
Sure. Why not? So as we just discussed, Queen Mia not only takes dominance in the lyrics, but also in the visuals of the music video. She has platinum blonde hair that I think the whole video is built around to show off. In the first frames of the video, you see that the background, the set, is sheets of ice, big glaciers, like I'm shivering. Woo. And there's platinum blonde hair, there's black outfits and little metal accents, little chains. Youre has like sequins or rhinestone jewelry on her face that also feels icy. I'm thinking we're all bling. We're channeling Itzy icy vibes. Like this is where that video should have been, actually, where Icy should have been filmed. Then you have what seems to be a plastic wrap background. I was like, is this place getting fumigated and they're just using it for free? But they're in some warehouse where there's plastic wrap on the wall, but they make it work by shining like purple pink lights in there. And just a one note to the fashion, I'll let the rest of you jump in here. It is girl crush to the max, red and black flannel around the waist, leather shorts, chains coming out the pocket. This is the Itzy look. This is the CLC look. Even Twice does this sometimes.
I would disagree. I think CLC, for as much as I hate the cube stylists, I do think CLC has the costuming down better.
How so?
It's more dynamic. It's more colorful, and it's more surprisingly uniform. I think they've been wearing this sort of concept like the last two music videos now.
Sure.
And my other big problem with their outfits. Have you guys seen their live stages?
Yeah, a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Well, they already have enough members in the group. They don't need more backup dancers, and yet they give them backup dancers anyway. So sure, great, fine enough to have more on stage, even though you didn't need it. But with all the black and white that they have got going on, it's really hard to tell who's in the group versus not.
Wow.
Oh no.
And I think they could actually take a note from CLC in this case to make sure that they are further distinguished in their styling. and this is a note not to Everglow, the idols themselves, but of course the stylists behind this label. That we need some more visual, dynamic concepts. We need something
some
colorful,
more
pop.
pizzazz. Exactly.
Something to make the idols themselves shine more and to provide a backdrop, a canvas for the actual talent. Because I feel like they're getting lost on screen with these outfits.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I can't help but agree. I'll say something a little controversial here in that this looks a little low budget to me. The outfits and the set, it's all green screen.
Right.
Of course. Reused from other music videos,
it's
probably.
So funny. I had that same comment, Stephanie. And I was watching this with my wife. And she was saying, like, oh, this one seems higher production value. I'm like, are you seeing the same music videos that I've seen? Like, I've seen Adios. I've seen Bon Bon Chocolat.
Yeah.
And both those songs, like, sure, maybe they're not BTS or Big Bang level or Twice level or anything JYP level of production value, but it felt like there was something more there. Like, to your point, plastic blowing tarp in the background. Like, what is this? Was that expensive to film? Possibly. I don't know.
I mean,
but
looking at different frames in the video, I couldn't help but be reminded of other more well-funded music videos.
Yeah.
The shot on the motorcycle, I thought of Blackpink's intro.
Yeah, that's true.
Where Jennie's on the motorcycle, Lisa's on the motorcycle, and you're just blown away by that.
This is like the budget version.
But this was the low budget version.
I don't know enough about motorcycles to know if it was even an expensive motorcycle.
Probably not. So, and then also there's pretty cool visuals with black flags. So members standing with the black flags, waving them.
Yeah.
That reminded me of like ATs a little bit. I think Stray Kids has that.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's like, okay, either the girls are secretly like anarchist and running the revolution, or they just thought it looked cool and they would take that from ATs.
Yeah,
I'll take either one.
I've been waiting. Like, if there's a co-ed group crossover that needs to happen, it's Everglow and ATs. They've both got the flag game, the pirate chord progressions, and the dancing in boots.
Peter, brilliant. It's okay. You have homework now to
make this happen. Oh, mashup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even better, pray to the KCON gods that they go to KCON and perform on stage together.
Yeah. And they've got the black and white.
May the shipping begin.
Actually, you know, I think about it, when it comes to, as much as we critique and
Mia
hate,
and Hongjung, I don't know.
Sure, that too. But I'm thinking of the costuming, the styling. Both groups do a lot of black and white outfitting. I think ATEEZ does a little better, but I think these are probably, there's an evolution, like a next step production level value of doing that in a way that they don't get lost in a crowd or lost in backup dancers. That would be very complimentary.
Now, you said something about the backup dancers, which is that they already have enough members or they already have enough skill, and so you don't need all those backup dancers. But I think the backup dancers do add to the overall anthemic appeal of the song and of the choreography. You might remember BTS's Not Today video. The moves themselves are just okay, but because they have a bajillion people in the back, you're like, wow, like, it's a whole
arsenal of backup dancers.
Yeah, like something is really happening here. Something about combining the strong bass and then a lot of people concentrated together doing the same moves, it up levels the experience.
Yeah, especially in that first drop of the chorus, when you see them all swaying together in the beginning. It really it's very hypnotic, and especially in the music video, because you see them doing that, and it's just Yiren's voice, and then in the background you see those like shadows like looming over all of them. It kind of
ghosts.
It's very, very epic and hypnotic.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I feel like I've seen backup dancers used to better effect. For example, Blackpink's "Kill This Love." It's right in the end chorus that you get all those backup dancers where you get the marching, the anthemic vibes. I think that was used better, and also it used vertically better for stage presence. In this case, it's like everyone's kind of on the same level. It's very easy to get lost in like who's going forward, who's going back.
It sounds like a personal problem, Peter. You can't pick out the members.
Well, I recognize Mia, if that counts for anything.
That's all that matters. That's all you need, apparently.
Yeah.
I wanted to call out the swaying side to side pendulum movement. That reminded me so much of Psycho from Red Velvet.
Oh, right.
Right when they drop the chorus, they start swaying side to side, and even that small movement is dripping with confidence.
I did like
because
that.
they're looking straight at you, and you know that something's about to go down when they're just moving a little bit, and the audio is stripped down. Like Everglow has executed on that formula, both audio and choreo wise, for the past few releases. I think Adios.
Yeah.
Goodbye, adios. Like they do the same thing. They pause and then they hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Go up to the sky. Goodbye, ever, adios. Goodbye, ever, adios. Goodbye, ever, adios. Goodbye, ever, adios. You're so done, 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 done. You're so done.
Right. And the moves we see in Done Done are like just hitting, like, why fix what ain't broke, right? Their choreo has always been hard hitting, taking up space, power poses, banging on the drums. It's mostly drill inspired moves. So like drill team stuff where you're stomping and doing high knees, right? And waving flags, putting your arms in like at the diagonal, star formation. All of that is instantly recognizable to like drill teams all over the US for sure.
But Bon Bon Chocolat, I mean, you cannot deny that choreography was signature. Like,
indeed,
people know that by looking at it, like, immediately that's Bon Bon Chocolat by Everglow. This one, like, if you didn't hear the music and you saw the choreography, you might think, well, this could go to choreography from another girl crush group. I don't know.
I don't know if somebody else could do it like this.
Okay. Listeners, you tell us.
But yeah, I don't know if anyone else could switch out and do it like this, but I do agree with the point that they've had stronger, more iconic like chorus moves in the past.
Yeah.
Maybe Bandit. I don't know.
Bandit, they're coming up.
Maybe.
So we've already been talking a lot about the bass and the anthemic vibe. What else can you tell us about the audio and the music, Michaela?
Well, first of all, the producer of this song and also all the other songs on this album is actually somebody who's worked a lot with Red Velvet.
Oh.
It doesn't necessarily come across in this song, but if you listen to a lot of their B-sides, it's I'm not going to say they all sound like Red Velvet because Everglow does have their own color with their own voices, but these are definitely tracks that I could hear in a Red Velvet EP.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is a good thing. That means they have for a rookie group to have really great producers like this is a great thing to know.
Yeah, so straight up, this song slaps, y'all. Like, I think this song, let's consider this against, like, the portfolio of title tracks by Everglow. We're getting the edges, the corners of girl crush banger clangers. As a DJ, you can find hard-hitting songs, like, at any tempo. But they've managed to land in three very distinct areas with these three title tracks that they produced thus far. One at 140 or 70 beats per minute, which is like a lot of trap stuff. And we saw that with Bon Bon Chocolat.
Go up to the sky. Bon Bon Chocolat.
Another area we get a lot of banger clangers, especially of the EDM big house variety, is at 128 beats per minute, which we saw with
good old
Adios.
128.
And with a classic Prada snare, like a cliche of the genre. And what we have today with Done Done is at the 100 beats per minute range. Like, this is your hip-hop territory with this song.
Yeah.
순식간에 jetpack 내 숨을 탁 막히게 해 말투는 cold 나의 몸짓은 hot like 우아하게 난 지금 won't stop can't stop 너를 놓으려.
And for me, at almost any moment, I can throw on an Everglow banger clanger that's appropriate for where I'm at in the night. So that's something to appreciate. And it makes me wonder where they're going to go out next. Like where else can they go to round out their portfolio? If they're going to continue with this concept of girl crush banger clanger,
Which I'm sure they will.
I think I think the fourth one, that might be where we see something completely different. Maybe R&B style. I don't know. Something empowering, a la Red Velvet, but still girl crush, possibly. Who knows? We'll see.
Nice.
Did you guys, what did you guys think of the song? Like the instrumental of the song itself?
Were there instruments?
There were indeed instruments. And I'll say this. Those instruments were loud. Like, this can be said for any song, any genre of music, but better speakers make the music sound better. In this case, when I first listened to it through my cell phone, I was like, wow, this is really loud. I can't hear what's what. This is just noise. And then I put it on some like decent bass heavy speakers. I'm like, okay, those are the richer, lower tones. These sounds are competing with each other less because they have each of their own swimming lanes and the output that you're meant to hear.
I would love to see this live. I want to see all their songs.
Like I said, I'm praying to the KCON gods that they can pass customs and finally come into the States.
So with such a loud instrumental, you think it would actually suit itself well for what Shannon at AMA K-pop calls the anti-chorus, which is just another way of saying the chorus has no lyrics. Because there's, all the attention, all your mental attention is meant to go into like, okay, the melody or the hook of the instrumental.
We see that a lot.
But and indeed, we actually even see that in the song. On the very last exit chorus, it is nothing but just an instrumental hook out. But in this case, it's that bratty, done one-liner that actually complements really well with these really bass instrument heavy choruses and verses. And I think the rap verses also worked really well. From member number 2, who's not Mia, Aisha.
EU and Aisha.
Rude.
Yeah,
EU and
they
Aisha
were able to fill in their own territory.
That was one of my favorite parts of the song. The beginning of the rap verse.
Yeah, because there's that really cool production element where they kind of like distort and
there's a little scratch.
Yeah, and it has that 1 second of like, okay, what's happening, and then she hits you with the first verse, and you're falling in love.
Boom! Yeah, you just fall out.
I guess this is like all to say that Done is a good. It's like an A+ example of delivering it on Girl Crush well, a Girl Crush banger clanger well.
Yeah,
but where I'm left wanting more is a surprise, something to make it into iconic forever memory territory. Because this song slaps. I'm going to play it in my banger clanger sets until the next one comes along.
It's the one for right now. Just because it's the newest one, you'll play it.
Right.
That makes so much sense.
Right. And it executes it well to a technical proficiency, but it doesn't have an iconic dance choreography as Bon Bon Chocolat did, or something else that might, I don't know, surprise me in the chord progression or in a epic bridge that takes me to another level that maybe I got from ATEEZ's Say My Name, for example. Like I'm not getting that with this song. And that's the territory that Everglow and their label have yet to prove. And that's where I want to see them evolve.
Yeah. And you know, you're not alone with this, Peter. I mean, one of the comments that we got on Twitter from Claire at pessimistic_Oz. So she basically said that this is not Daebak. I was a big fan of Bon Bon Chocolat, and it seems every Everglow single since then has been a letdown. The EDM elements seem lazy at this point, and the MV looked cheap to me. Line distribution,
as we're all saying,
also not good, but I'll still call it a guilty pleasure song. So
yeah, I think that's accurate. Great song, great execution, but like staying power. We'll see.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, and that is hard to do with EDM. I mean, when you have something that's very instrumental heavy, you have to make sure that you're adding all of those key elements to make it stick.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, for example, Big Bang and GD and Taeyong's Good Boy.
Yes.
That's an example of a song that has staying power that's still very instrumental.
That just brought back
Even
memories.
though it was like an
go watch
obvious
it.
copycat of what DJ Snake's Turn Down for What?
All right.
Yeah. Who cares? Mm-hmm. You can say that about a lot of K-pop, but we still live it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people have even said that about Adios, that there were claims that it was possibly plagiarized.
Well, pride a snare.
Dropping bombs over here.
Pride a snare. Oh, before we get out of the music section of the song, I just want to say, for all my hella hyphy Bay Area listeners,
Bay Area.
we were all listening to this song and we were hearing Done Done, but we were thinking, don't drop that dun dun dun. Don't drop that dun dun dun.
It's about that time, y'all. Time to give our final scores. Was Everglow's Done Done Daebak or not? Michaela.
It's a not for me.
What?
Yeah.
After all we've been through?
After all we've been through. Just because there's a lot of Daebaks on the rest of the album.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
Pilo.
It's Daebak. It's Daebak. I mean, despite the room for growth, it passes its category with flying colors.
Yeah. And it's a barely eking by Daebak for me. I think I really agree with Pessimistic Oz, Claire on Twitter, in that it's a guilty pleasure song. I don't think it's going to stay on the playlist for ever and ever, but I like it for now.
Yeah. As far as where it is on the charts, it is trending in Korea. It's number 8, which is really good for them. But
wow,
how long they can keep that spot, we don't know. Especially since they're from a Chinese company.
What?
They tend to not. Yeah,
Chinese company.
Yeah, Yuhua Entertainment.
Do Koreans know that?
Yeah, Koreans. Yeah, no, they do. I was checking out those, because while I was checking where their spot was on Naver, I looked at the comments, and a lot of the Korean vibe is they definitely know that they're from a Chinese company, and they definitely know that they've had foreign producers.
Feel about
that's definitely going to affect them going forward as far as their popularity in Korea.
Actually, my end game forecasting into Asian pop is Chinese pop is going to cannibalize K-pop and take over America. Ooh. That's a 5-10 year game from now, in my opinion. Can I ask you guys one last question, if I may? What does this mean for Everglow? Do we think that they're going to survive against CLC, who has built a catalog, a library of Girl Crush banger clangers, and we're seeing other new groups coming to reclaim this exact same territory that Everglow is creating, such as ANS's.
Bandit.
Yeah, Bandit and ANS are
oh yeah,
very
ANS.
close in style.
Yeah.
So,
catching up.
Yeah.
I mean, will Everglow succeed just because they were first, or are other girl groups going to duplicate and execute on it better?
I feel like their next release will be the deciding factor.
Yeah.
If they can break away from the pattern they've been in, break away from the pack, then the future looks bright.
Definitely international success. I can't necessarily say that they will be as popular in Korea.
Okay. Let's close it up. So you can always chat with us on Twitter and let us know what you thought of Everglow's Done Done, or why you think Mia should you claim 50% of the top track or more, you can tweet at us at the Kpopcast.
Or you can shoot us an email with constructive feedback and episode ideas, as always, at kpopcastshow@gmail.com.
And votes are still being tallied for our 2009 episode for the best song of 2009 that forever changed the world of K-pop after.
The way you said that made it seem like we recorded an episode in 2009 and we're still collecting the votes.
Whoops.
The votes are still rolling in.
You know what
11
I mean.
years later.
Like, 6 days later. But check out that episode if you haven't already. We'll announce the winner on our next episode. So stay tuned.
Oh, did you guys get BTS tickets? Oh my god. No.
Yeah.
You didn't? Did you even try?
No.
Whoa, so you're like an actual hater. I didn't know.
No,
oh, wow.
No. Okay,
It changes everything.
I've seen them before. Like, I've been to the Wings concert.
And
I want to save my money for groups I haven't seen yet. So like, I can't afford BTS and Monsta X and everybody else that's coming this year.
Michaela, you haven't seen BTS at Levi's Stadium, so that would be a new time to see BTS.
Yes. Or I could just buy the V Live ticket and watch from the comfort of my home. And probably get better angles than the nosebleeds.
No,
I think that's where I'm approaching as a parent and adult. It's really hard to get out of the house.
Oh, come on. Peter.
Yeah.
Are you going to be there?
I heard that it was a much nicer Ticketmaster non-scalper experience this year. I'm actually not planning to go.
What?
Yeah,
it's
hard when you got a toddler.
I'm going to KCON. Is that?
That's cool.
That counts.
Yeah, I hope.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Okay. And recording.